Welcome into Toast to Film. I'm your host, Ebo, and guys, today I have a nice snackable review of Bugonia, the latest film from Yorgos Lanthimos. Now, if I say that name and it elicits a certain feeling in you, you've seen his films before. You either like them, you don't like them, or maybe you just think they're plain weird. You'd be right. He did The Lobster, he did Kinds of Kindness, he did Poor Things, and he did what is my favorite of his, The Favorite, this Blu-ray I actually picked up on my birthday a few years back when it came out. And we got in this film, Jesse Plemons plays Teddy, you know, like Mike, Game Night, Great Little Cop, Civil War, What Kind of American Are You? We also have the debut of Aiden Delbis as Don. Now, these guys, they're family, and they are like mainly Jesse Plemons. He is like, we got to take her down. She is an alien. She is going to destroy the planet. And that is Emma Stone, our girl. She is playing Michelle. You know, she's crude, La La Land. And she's been Yorgos Lanthimos' latest muse. You know, she was in The Favorite. She was in Poor Things. She was in Kinds of Kindness. And now this is her fourth feature with him. So he's definitely filling some Emma Stone, and she's, you know, appreciating doing these very interesting roles, to say the least. But in this film, it's a lot of weird stuff, as to be expected with Yorgos Lanthimos. Here's the crazy thing. The last 15 minutes of this movie is insane, but I still think this could be his most crowd-pleasing film since The Favorite. It's definitely more of a crowd pleaser than The Lobster. Definitely more than Poor Things, I would think. Definitely more than Kinds of Kindness. It's just shows one thing I've always thought is buried within this very weird individual. He is like a very good filmmaker. He gets a lot out of these actors and actresses that he has. And in this one, where you have this family who are set out to destroy this woman because they believe she is an alien queen, or at least an alien, you know, regent who is here to provide the downfall of man. And it gives you a lot of back and forth where you're not really sure, okay, is she an alien? Is she not an alien? Are they just crazy? And it's a lot of back and forth, which I really appreciate. And I gotta say, I have some issues with this movie. One of the parts of that last 15 minutes, I do think goes on way too long. The ending shots, as it were, goes way too long. But I really appreciated the filmmaking. And I mean, this is going to be, I still think I like The Favorite more, but Begonia, I think, would be my second favorite Yorgos Lanthimos film. And I'm going to give it a 3.2, maybe even a 3.3. This one, I think, could rise because I have issues with the end, but I really appreciate a lot. And so we're toasting this week with the Fenton Curiosity Cola. Got this when I was in Auburn on Monday. And I got to say, this is a very interesting Coke. Botanically brewed, traditional botanical cola with herbal extracts. It has a very pungent taste, which I appreciate. So here's toasting to Yorgos Lanthimos, Jesse Plemons, Aiden Delbys, Emma Stone, and everybody else involved. Bugonia, check it out. I do think it's one of the films of his that people could get behind the most. I do still think The Favorite is my favorite. But this, you know, this one could rise. I appreciate it more than I expected to, given my track history with Yorgos Lanthimos. So, Bugonia in theaters now. And if you want to let us know what you think about Bugonia or any other Yorgos Lanthimos films, what's your favorite Yorgos Lanthimos film? You can do it so many ways, but let me tell you the best ways. Check us out on Instagram and TikTok, A Toast to Film, all one word. Check us out on Twitter at film_toast, or check us out on YouTube. You can see me sitting here in front of the movie wall. And look, I got the Toast to Film shelf, but I even did a little Christmas shelf. It's never too early to get pumped for the holidays. Holidays can be tough. Tell somebody you love them. And from Trey and myself, we just wish you a good night and good viewing.